Hi friends, this week for reading, you guys are getting to take some time to think and to reflect on all the things that we've done this year in Reader's Workshop and how much that you have grown as a reader. And so I hope that when you've been doing all of that, that you have been very proud of yourselves because you guys have done a lot of hard work and you are all such wonderful readers. So I hope you feel very proud of yourselves. But today Miss Orman is very excited because I get to share one of my favorite books with you, and then I'm going to share with you my favorite part from that book. And then after I'm finished reading the book and talking a little bit about it, then I'm going to tell you what you get to do at home today with your favorite book. So I'm going to read to you not all of this book, but most of this book called Fletcher and the Springtime Blossoms. So before we get started, let me tell you just a little bit. So it's called Fletcher and the Springtime Blossoms. And so this little fox is Fletcher. And now springtime is just like the season of spring. And then blossoms are kind of what happens whenever flowers start growing on trees or in the ground. So using those text clues in your schema, can you make an inference of what you think maybe this book is going to be about? Very good ideas. Let's read and see. Here we go. Fletcher and the Springtime Blossoms. The woods were full of chirping, bustling, sing-song sounds of spring. Ooh, sing-song sounds of spring. Remember what that's called when they all start with the same sound? Alliteration, very good. Fletcher bounced along with his nose in the air, sniffing the just burst buds of flowers and playing chase with butterflies, with his head spinning with sights and sounds. He tumbled happily down the hill into the sunny orchard. An orchard is like where there's a lot of trees growing. Sometimes there's different types of orchards, like a flower orchard where the trees grow flowers, or maybe an apple orchard where the trees grow apples. But so this one is a flower orchard. But when he picked himself up from the ground, he couldn't believe his eyes. That means he was very what? Surprised. A soft breeze danced through the branches carrying snowflakes? Snow so late in spring, thought Fletcher. It would be too cold for the buds and the butterflies. There's no time to lose. So those little white specks, he's thinking, are snowflakes. Looking for someone to tell, he trotted back up the hill and passed a pair of birds cuckooing on a branch. "You've flown to your summer home too soon," Fletcher cried. "I've been down to the orchard and there's more snow on the way." "Oh no, we should fly back south," the birds called. "But first we must tell Porcupine. He's just come out of his bed of leaves. He needs to snuggle back down or he'll freeze." Uh-oh, so all the animals have to get back safe and sound before the snow comes. Fletcher and the birds found Porcupine scratching and stretching. "There's snow on the way," panted Fletcher. "I saw it in the orchard. It will be too cold for the butterflies and the birds will need to fly south and you must hide away." "Oh, then I should crawl back into my bed," snuffled Porcupine. "But first we must tell Squirrel that he needs to hunt for more food. He's eaten his winter store of nuts. He'll need to find some more." So then next, they keep walking through the woods, and they go and tell Squirrel, and then Fletcher comes across these rabbits, and he tells them too that they need to go back into hibernation, which is what they do in the wintertime because snow is coming. But they have a different idea. They said, "Let's go play in the snow." So the rabbits hippity-roly ploppity-plopped down the hill and through the woods. They were chased by Squirrel, Porcupine, the birds, and a bouncy full of importance fox all the way to the orchard, where the ground was white with what? We know Fletcher thinks it's snow. Do you think it's snow? No? What do you think it is? You do? Let me show you. So it was white with blossoms. So blossoms, remember, are like the little parts of the flower, all the little petals that are falling off. Blossoms bobbing in the branches, blossoms blowing in the breeze, blossoms blanketing the ground, but not a snowflake to be found. Those are blossoms, not snow, you silly fox, the animals cried. Fletcher blinked and he rubbed his eyes, feeling very silly. But then the animals scooped up pawfuls and clawfuls of blossoms from the ground and covered him in a tickly shower of fluttering white petals. Fletcher and his friends ran and played between the trees until at last they collapsed in a blossomy, soft white heap. So it wasn't snow, it was the flower blossoms. So then I'm going to just tell you about this page, not read it all the way, but all of the other animals that came and played, they all took some of the blossoms back to their home to kind of have some spring stuff at home. So we have the porcupine and the birds and the squirrel and the rabbits. Who's missing? Fletcher. What do you think Fletcher's doing? You think so? Let me show you what Fletcher's doing. But Fletcher just lay smiling in his soft bed of petals, watching the blossoming branches bobbing overhead. So why do you think Fletcher decided to just stay in the orchard and lay in all the blossoms and just sit there and lay and look up? Why do you think he decided to do that? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe he really likes the way that they look. Maybe spring is his favorite season. Good ideas. So now that I've read you some of this book, I got to think about the book and I got to think about my favorite part of the book. And you know what I did? I drew a picture of my favorite part of the book. You want to see it? Okay, here it is. You ready? So right at the very end, when Fletcher was just laying in that little wagon looking up at the blossoms, that was Miss Norman's favorite part of the book because I love flowers and I thought it was so cool how Fletcher, he just decided to stay there and look at how beautiful they were. So that was my favorite part of the book. So now it is your turn at home to read your favorite book and then you get to respond to the text. What respond means is that you get to think about it and then you get to do an activity. So you can respond to the text, to the book that you read in one of 3 different ways, okay? So there's 3 ways. One way is you can do like Miss Norman and you can draw a picture of your favorite part of the book. So drawing a picture is the first way. The second way you can respond to the text is if you want to act out your favorite part of the book. And so what that means is you get to pretend like you're the character from your book and you're going to do the same things from the favorite part. So draw a picture, act it out, or the last way, and hold on, Miss Norman needs to make sure I tell you the right thing, is that you can retell your whole book if you want to. So those are the 3 choices. Draw a picture of your favorite part, or you can act out your favorite part, or you can retell the story. Remember, retelling, kind of like last week with retelling the poem, you're going to tell me what happened in the beginning, then what happened in the middle, and then what happened at the end of your book. So just pick one of those ways and take a picture or a video and send it to Miss Norman, okay? So I hope that you guys enjoyed that book and hope that you have fun reading your favorite book and then respond to it in one of those 3 ways. Bye, guys.